Matter of fact, hold that. And number one, no matter if you like it, take it, sit down and write it. And number one, now let me ask you, man, what does it take to be number one?
To be me. That's what it takes to be number one.
What does it take to be number one?
Yes, yes, yes. 2 consecutive weeks sitting atop the rankings right here. The one and only original champ, baby. Yes, yes. So, highly contested match though last week. Harb, I was biting nails on Sunday, not going to lie. You and I back and forth it. But too much pitching on my end. Spot's starting, and the Marlins definitely BF'd you with the old Dan Straley probable, not actually probable designation that he received from the Yahoo gods. So, Yahoo, appreciate it. I don't know if it would have made a difference at Ahab because I did have R.A. Dickface sitting on the bench and he threw like his best game of the year. So, neither here nor there, but highly competitive nonetheless. So, what's up rankings? It's that time. We're going to go through them. I want to hit on last week. I want to hit on some other my predictions I've made this year. Some will be ha 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 ha. Some we're going to look ha ha not. So, let's hit off first. Benson Harbor, read your column this morning, and most mornings we do the same thing. You text me when it's up, ask for my picks. So before I read yours, I have already made my selections and sent you a photo. For anybody that doubts it, Benson Harbor already received a picture of this earlier today, so we know everything we're doing here is legit. So I'm Bill Simmons, he's Cousin Sal, if you will. Let's see, last week, yours truly. Boop, boop, boop. Not only did I beat Ahab, but I went 6-0 in my projections. Damn, appreciate it, boys. At 1, you made me look real good. Benson 3-3, hovering right at 500, which for his fantasy season seems about right. So last week did great, 6-0. But I have made some predictions earlier this year. I want to revisit for just 1 second. If I'm not mistaken, I made some playoff projections after week 1, maybe even at post-draft. It was super early in the year. And the teams I projected to make the playoffs, myself, sitting number 1. Obviously, that's looking good. Joe Boo, sitting number 5. Not looking near as good, but he's right there in it. Papyrus, who had all left for dead a couple weeks ago, charging back to the 6th. So I got 3 of my projections right. Unfortunately, the other 3 teams I projected are sitting in 9th, 10th, and 12th. So, Dr. Larry, Kickador, a.k.a. new name Belch Huggins, who I had to look up and find he was in one of your horror movies, so I did read a little bit about that, so at least you enlightened me a little bit by making me research. And, gee, who was the last one I predicted to make the playoffs? Let's see. And David Justice for All, or a.k.a. Trade Machine Galore. I would recommend changing your name to something involving the Trade Man. Not the Trade Master, just the Trade Man. Alright, so, enough about the past. Let's move to the future. The future here. So, let's hit off with some rankings. I'm going to talk about Dr. Larry first, my 12th place team, not only by my projections, but Yahoo projections, everything else. Dr. Larry, it's been a real disappointment thus far this year. I really thought you were going to run with it, do something, but you're out to, just on the skids to begin with. I'm hoping that can improve here, but unfortunately for you, I do not project you to beat Power Gloves, a team that I shit-talked at the beginning of the year, but the trash-talking Tim Savdog, ever present on the message board, and we appreciate that, man. Definitely like conversing with you on the regular. South Park aficionado right there. So he's moving up in my books, and I'm moving him up this week with a dub projection. So Power Gloves, I got you with another dub this week, beating Dr. Larry. Dr. Larry. All right, so that's 1 down, 5 to go. Let's go ahead and hit on another team in my division. Joe Boo versus and David Justice for All. Now, Joe Boo, your offense has been on a roll up until last week when somehow Anthony not only said he was going to beat you, Anthony backed that up. Anthony, you're like the Braun Strowman of this league right now with your smack talk. Give it up to you, man. Conversation the other day was quite comical, had me laughing. I wish you guys would have been involved with it, but sadly you were not. Joe Boo, I project you to beat Papyrus this week. David Justice for all. I just want to keep comparing. I just want to swap those teams up for some reason. I don't really know why, but Joe Boo, definitely projecting you to win. David Justice for all. Just maybe hang back, now make some trades, listen to Ahar. It's rare that you'll hear those words come off when you hear me talking, but I'm not a big fan of giving Ahar some dat, but he deserves it there. Telling you to just chill out with the trades. All right, bruh? All right, so that's 2 down. Next one up. Now I'll move to Papyrus. I wanted to talk about him for so long. It's my boy D-Hom versus the trash-talking champ there of last week, Anthony Matthews. Mr. Fallback. Mr. Big E Langston, or the new day crew of this league, representing for the Black Power. Hashtag Black Lives Matter. Hashtag All Lives Matter. Maverick Hunters, I think you're going to take down Papyrus. Team in my division, liked him to begin with, but I still think you, you're playing well, my friend. You are playing very well. So I'm going to project you to beat Papyrus. Started off real slow, but he's trying to make a comeback, but unfortunately, D-Harp, that comeback is going to halt you this week right now. So that's Mav Hunters. My first 3 predictions at the winner. Halfway home, so let's go ahead and take a sponsorship break. This podcast, this video cast brought to you by Dunkin' Donuts. Where would you be in life without Dunkin'? I don't know. Half-price drinks from 2 to 7 every day from now until the end of June, folks. I cannot emphasize how splendid of a deal that is. Once again, this large iced mocha coffee with cream and sugar, a frilly drink, a Bee Green and Thrill special, so you know it's girly and delicious, $1.69. Love those prices. So, back to the video cast, back to the projections, back to the rankings here. Thank you, Dunkin' Donuts, for that sponsorship. We're going to jump right into the new named team in our league this week, Belch Huggins versus DL, disabled list. Whew, man, DL, you just can't catch a break, man. I saw your stats last week against Wacky Deli, and 60 total bases, bro, ain't going to get it done. Some teams have 60 total bases in like 2 days. I know Aharb, he put up 33 on me on Saturday or Sunday alone, so 60 for a week, bro, looking pretty bleak. We tried to make some trades, just didn't work out. Maybe your pitching will come around. Chris Sale, if he pitches every other day, that would help you a lot. I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know how loosey-goosey John Farrell is up there with his boys in Boston. Maybe he's going to go new school technique, throwing his best pitcher out there as much as he can, try to win a title for Beantown. They haven't won one in, like 3 years? So I know those folks up there are getting antsy. And but you're not going to win this week. Sorry, man. It's going to be all about Belch Huggins and his new name. Maybe that's going to bring some new life, some new intensity to the team that is sitting in 10th place. Aharb, it's been a while since you've been there. Maybe you can, if anyone's going to dig themselves out, I got some faith in you. Sad but true. So this week I'm going with Kickador, formerly known as Kickador, currently known as Belch Huggins. So knock it out there, Belch. 2 more to go. So I will not save myself for last. I'll go ahead. Actually, you know what? That's a matchup of the week, so we're going to save that for last. We're going to go jump right into Master of Puppets versus Wacky Deli. Flash team went through a whole roster shakeup over the weekend, made a couple trades, tried to enhance his team by picking up a couple guys that eventually just got hurt the immediate time. Zach Kozar with his wrist, Jason Worth with Grim Reaper syndrome. I'm not really sure. He's a caveman. Looks like he could be, as Harper said in the message board, he could just disintegrate into dust at any point in time. One foul swing and he's just done. Pulled lat out for the next 6 years. So, but I'm still going to pick you to win against Wacky Deli. Just still not having some faith in Wacky Deli. He's fighting it on, off, but the wins that he has are against some pretty scrubbish opponents. I'm not sure he's ready to put it all together yet. So, Wacky Deli, I do not pick you to win this week, even though I predicted you last week. I'm going to go against the grain, and I'm going with Master of Puppets. Not only do I have Master of Puppets winning, he is my lock of the week. Master of Puppets, my lock of the week. And the last matchup that we're going to talk about today, the matchup of the week, the 1 versus the 2. The who versus the you? So it's Thrills and Bee Green. Not going to play for anything other than pride and possibly a scratchy. But Bee Green, I haven't predicted against myself yet. I don't expect that trend to start now. In fact, I know it's not going to start now. So I think that Thrills, the original champ, he of the Washington Nationals apparel all the time now. Thank you, Bargain Hunt. $6 Washington Nats tee. I recommend you guys check out Bargain Hunt for some great deals. They don't sponsor this video cast yet, but when they do, they're going to appreciate your business, and I'm going to appreciate their money going into my pocket. So, original champ going to be victorious this week, pushing his record to 5-1 after 6 weeks, and looking pretty good for the rest of the season, I'm hoping there. So, Yenis, come on back next week. We'll see you there. But once again, my predictions this week, we have the original champ. We have Belch Huggins, Power Gloves, Jobu, Maverick Hunters, and the lock of the week, Master of Puppets, Flash. Gonna do something. Flash, once again, hooked me up with some free SmackDown tickets. So, Flash, you and your wife are A-okay in my book. So, boys, I hope you enjoyed the rankings this week. I will play you out on a little...
When I shake it for you, daddy, move it all around. I'm never good as willing to learn, willing to get in the
Drive a seat and willing to turn. Nelly. Thank you, Nelly. We appreciate your song there. Our new lead video for the week, once again representing the original champ and the #1 team in the Best Friends League, Best Friends for Life. Thank you for watching this video cast, boys. I will see you next week. You have commentary, please put on the message board if y'all think I'm being a condescending asshole dick face. Well, guess what? That's just my persona, and apparently I can't help it. Till next week, the original champ. Out this bitch!